Nothing says it's summer quite like a bowl of sweet cherries. This delicious fruit has been a prized food around the world since its discovery in Asia around 70 BC, and today Americans consume an average of 1.5 pounds of cherries each year. Most of the cherries produced in the United States are grown in the Pacific Northwest. Stemilt growers, the nation's largest shipper of sweet cherries, harvest and pack cherries daily from early May all the way through the month of August in premier growing locations from Bakersfield, California to Stemilt Hill in eastern Washington. During harvest, the farmer and his crew start picking cherries before sunrise in order to protect the fruit from the heat of the day. This is the start of a crucial cold chain which continues throughout the packing and shipping process. Crews carefully pick ripe cherries, with stems attached, from the tree and place them in plastic lugs. Next, cherries are placed in bins and transported to nearby hydro-cooling station.
Here we are, Stemilt Hill, at the peak of cherry season, and right behind me is the heart of what's going on. This unit here is a portable hydro-cooling device. We have a series of these all over the state, and we position them right next to where the fields are going to be harvested, and we bring them in and use cold water at 40 degrees to bring down the pulp temperature within 1 hour of harvesting. This ensures green stems, fresh product, and a better eating experience for our customers. As the fruit comes in, it's unloaded, put in the hydro-cooling device, and loaded right onto a refrigerated truck.
After the cherries have been hydro-cooled, they are transported in reefer vans to the location where they're packed. At that location, they're put in a cold room until they make it to the line.
Upon entering the packing line, cherries run through a second hydrocooler to remove any heat that accumulated during the trip from the farm. Then, a machine called a cluster cutter automatically clips every cherry stem, allowing each cherry to move through the line individually.
Well, with cherries, it's just like all the other produce. It's all about freshness in the stores. And to achieve that freshness with cherries, it's all about the cold chain.
Next, experienced sorters scrutinize the quality of each cherry, removing bruised, scarred, or misshapen fruit. Meanwhile, Stemilt's quality control team routinely takes samples of cherries off the line to test firmness and sugar levels, both vital pieces of information that provide insight to the overall quality of the fruit. After sorting, the cherries make their way up a ladder where they are automatically separated by their row size. From there, cherries go through a final cold water drench and are sorted a second time for size, color, and overall quality. For the last step in the packing process, cherries are automatically filled into one of Stemilt's various cherry packages, stamped with product information and sent on to be placed on pallets.
Instead of just putting the pellets of cherries in a cold room, getting them cold, we have a much more effective way of doing this, and we call that tunneling. We build a tunnel, as you can see here. Cherries are put in there with a big van on one side. We bring the temperature of the room down to 25 degrees and force cold air through the pellet of cherries, thereby getting every cherry in that box and in those pellets to the same cold temperature and getting them ready for shipment.
Fresh out of the cold room, boxes of world-famous Stemilt cherries are placed on refrigerated trucks and shipped out to retail destinations for consumers throughout the country to enjoy.